Ooh, well, that's six of them down. They had some great songs still on the table, and a lot of them were unleashed tonight. Oh man, look at this encore. You can't get a much better encore than that. I thought maybe we would get a standalone Weekapaug there. Still a little strange, just coming in off of back on the stage after. Well, let's not talk about the encore here. Let's get back over here and look, another Buried Alive opening up the show here tonight again. And turns out it's a pretty great opener. They have so many great openers, it turns out. Martian Monster, Wilson, we'll put Buried Alive amongst there. Fluffhead, occasionally they'll do that. All right, so then Moma Dance in its regular, very familiar spot early in the first set, and this one was not just like the token normal Moma Dance. It kind of went hard, and starting with the lights, it very much aided by the lights, I believe. 46 Days again, it kind of started out with a heavy jam. Seemed like maybe they were going to take a dark turn with it, but then it turned, not a dark turn, just like a dark jam, but then it turned into sort of this just big happy. Probably the jam of the first set, very likely. 46 Days was. And, I know, 46 Days always delivering, but much like Moma Dance, it felt like everything, especially here early on. Songs that are normal, songs that are always good that we liked, went from good to great tonight with these two right here. At least that's how I was feeling. And then, and I'm a big mic guy, obviously. I know I repeat myself a lot in these videos, but, whether if it's 555, Mike's song, even that Casual Enlightenment, Mole, Crazy Sometimes, all of those work. But this one, man, Back in the Bubble off of Mike's latest solo album, not quite working out, unfortunately. Back in the Bubble, how about we put it like back in the bag, seal that bag up. No more. I feel like Trey probably was pushing on this one. He was like, I don't want to have the worst. I want Mike to have the worst song of the summer. Walls of the Cave, probably the worst song of the summer, actually. I take that back. The worst debut of the summer, perhaps. New song. Oh, man. All right, so let's move past that. I was a little traumatized, perhaps. I don't know. I wasn't sure if I'd even be able to recap. Then we got Bouncing Around the Room. Felt like if you went and took a piss during this Bouncing Around the Room, you certainly missed more. You did not have time to go and get back. But we checked this one off the list here at Madison Square Garden. Birds of a Feather. I don't know why we got so sloppy here on the whiteboard all of a sudden. Everything was looking great. I'm telling you, I was rattled by this Mike song. I was so let down by a Mike song. I have to listen to that album again, too. I don't know if it's that bad. Maybe it works, probably works much better with Mike's band. And then Birds of a Feather, probably maybe it needs Scott, not Trey. Who knows? We got Birds of a Feather after that. And that and Haley's felt somewhat normal. Maybe Haley's jacked it up a little bit. Birds of a Feather, though, maybe it was a little sloppy. Maybe I got a little sloppy down here with Reggae, and then ending Antelope. If I said this was the song of the first set, maybe right here. I mean, John Fishman, just a complete animal, going off on Antelope like he often does. But I just feel maybe it's me. Maybe I've come back around on Antelope. But boy, it's had a strong summer, and whether if it's ending sets, if it's encoring. So we got Reggae here. That was big. I like that slow build into a big crash, into a explosion like we get into Reggae. Not quite where it was several years back, but Antelope is maybe as strong as it's ever been. Well, let's not get carried away. But let's get over here to the second set where Mike's song, there's been a lot of great Mike songs in its history. It was certainly due here. And we got a second jam. And the second jam just went on and on. And at one point, it felt like maybe we're going to get into Simple, and like maybe we're going to get into Tweezer. It's like Tweezer being saved for tomorrow. And if these two were great jams, whether it was 46 Days, Antelope, not necessarily a jam, the Mike's probably instantly just jumping right into one of the best ones of the summer. And it's called Mike's Song, but Page had his moments. Of course, Trey has to as well. And then Sand coming in right here in the number two, although they kind of blew their load right here with Mike's. They didn't maybe have it all. They didn't have it in them again for another 20-minute plus, Sand, but so many times, if it's going to be, if you just saw that on paper, you would have thought that was the monster. And it was really good. Again, it was kind of a chill, cool vibe. Didn't have this big explosion. Maybe they were kind of feeling the slow build tonight. The crescendo, there was a monster crescendo in that. Get over to Crosseyed and Painless finally. A lot of people been hoping for Crosseyed and Painless. We get that one here in the second set after these two big monsters. And then, I don't want to say monsters too too much. Might somehow bring monsters on, I don't know. Maybe monsters wasn't bad. Never mind now. Let's move on here. So there was a part there in Crosseyed where Fishman was like, "Hold on, let me try that part again," in Crosseyed and Painless, and then in that jam, while it kind of slowly drifted off into just kind of like a little bit of a spacey jam, leading us into a life beyond the dream. You know, now perhaps you definitely had time to go pee right here. Yeah, go pee pee. You gonna go pee pee? Going to go a life beyond the dream. Maybe if you had the nerve, you were like, I know this song. I hate Mike's songs. Bubble and Bouncing, you probably could have done it. The bubble bounce. So, anyways, I don't know why we're spending so much time discussing the songs where you go pee pee when we should be talking about things like the Lizards. Now, the people really seem to like the Lizards. There was a few songs throughout the night. Antelope, crowd going wild. You know, a lot of lights involved there, but Lizards was another one. The people were really, really happy to hear Lizards. You know, it felt like it's been a while. You know, it felt like maybe they needed to bust the rust off a little bit. Maybe we'll get another one at Dick's. And then my guitar gently weeps. Ending it here. So we've had some strong set enders. Not tonight, no different with Antelope and While My Guitar Gently Weeps. And then strong encores. We started with some weak encores here at MSG. Night 6, it was not weak. Weekapaug groove, while they didn't have a time to really get its groove on. You know, Mike's pretty much just stole everything. Well, the Fluffhead did, you know. It wasn't like some rushed, botched Fluffhead. They took it right up to the limit. Take it to the limit. With Trey Anastasio, Mike Gordon, Paige McConnell, and John Fishman. John Fishman flexing his muscles. Well, the muscles aren't what they were 40 years ago. He still has it on the drums. Whew. All right. That was a good one. What can I mean, they still got some great ones for tomorrow. Hood being one, obviously. Tweezer. I made a video earlier. My official picks were horrible. But I had, I think, 10 songs that I guaranteed they were going to play. They played almost every one of them tonight. Leaving a couple of big boys for tomorrow. Still got Squirming Coil, maybe Prince Caspian, Fluffhead, off the list. All right, guys. Boom. We are out of here. That was a good one. That one was large. Thanks to the P-Fish. How about a big thumbs up? And if you're not subscribed, what is going on? Come on. All right. Boom. I won't beg. I'm kind of begging.